our Uber driver turned tour guide offered us a city tour, and so we are now seated in an Uber ready to go explore it. We are on our way to Miraflores locks. Yesterday we drove there and missed the ship by just a few minutes. There was a delay in getting the tickets. Today we're gonna get there at 7:48 as of right now. It is Monday, so there is traffic. Let's see if we get to see a ship. It's actually 7:45. According to the website, the ship's there already, but we didn't account for the traffic. So we are somewhat at the mercy of this long traffic. Our arrival there is in 8 minutes. The best tip for Miraflores lock is to come after 1:30 in the afternoon. They almost always guarantee a ship. You can see this ship sailing through. The locks at Miraflores Visitor Center was closed, completely closed for today. It's Monday. The website didn't even show that. The whole thing is closed. So our Uber driver kindly offered to take us to another lock system. It's a tiny lock system where the ship sails through, I think.
At this point, we'll take whatever we can get because we were actually here to get a better viewing experience than yesterday. But the whole thing is closed even though we were a little earlier today. We don't understand the driver much, but what we understand is he is taking us to a new or a different viewing point, which is not officially a viewing point maybe, but it's something as a local he knows.
So. He said like there's no visitor center there, so I'm very curious what we're gonna see. But this is exciting, and plus we get to see a little bit more of Panama than we have in the past 2 days. We are here at the second lock system. I'm gonna actually go close, and you can see the ship just kind of sail through.
Oh, there's two ships.
Yeah.
One in the back.
The one in the back is from the newer canal, and
that
this
is
one
much bigger.
Is what is passing through. By the way, this is the end of that lock system, right? You can see the mule in action. Because you see the mule? Okay, now I see the guy who is navigating or running the mule. The mule's purpose is not to pull, but to steer the ship so it doesn't damage the ship or it doesn't damage the canal. And you can also see in the front of the ship, there's the ship crew standing there looking at the mule.
That ship in the newer canal, that is insanely massive.
Yeah. This mule is detached and coming back or resetting maybe for the next ship. So those mega ships, that's why they built that new canal. This is that smaller original canal that the American engineers, Army engineer, led the project and built. Now at this point our Uber driver has turned into our guide. But he was telling us that there was a collision at the canal, which is why they closed the canal for visitors. So that's why we are standing at a random parking. But see, there's more tourists coming, so it's probably not uncommon for people to come here if you cannot access the locks.
Share the name of this parking lot or the locks. It's Pedro Miguel. And this is the parking lot where we are standing. Just in case you are like us, you miss your chance to get inside the official viewing point, or if you don't want to spend money on the tickets and you just want to take a quick look at the ships passing by the Panama Canal, this is a very good viewing point. Whole Panama Canal tour has been very unexpected, unpredictable. Every point we even didn't know what to expect. It has been so amazing that we were just not ready to say goodbye, so we kept trying to get some more.
Of course, we did our best. We got up at 5:30, we got to the canal and found out that there was a collision, which is why they shut the whole visitor center down. Sometimes a travel adventure can turn a quick Uber ride into a 2-hour tour around the beautiful city of Panama. You can see the sign Cologne there. I actually went to Cologne 14 years ago as part of a cruise ship port stop and went to the Gatun locks. Okay, so this is Centennial Bridge. You can actually see the container ship that went through the big locks.
Okay.
Look at the valley, how beautiful this is. And Alia, that size of that container ship is just incredible.
Yeah.
Now we normally look at these container ships from our cruise ships, which doesn't really give you the appreciation of how big this is. And now coming back here, this is what the bridge, the Centennial Bridge looks like. Now there's no viewing point on the Centennial Bridge, but that's why we're gonna go to the Bridge of the Americas.
Yes.
And check that out.
Ooh, we're going on the other side of the same bridge.
I don't know,
Because
potentially.
then we can see the canal.
Yeah, let's see. So the beauty of this tour is, just like you guys, we have no idea where we're heading next. Now we are back on the Centennial Bridge, and this time we're gonna check at the other side. Yeah, you're looking at the Panama Canal on one side and the other newer canal that Panama built. And of course, because of the viewing angle and the grill, it's not a clear shot, but I have the appreciation of how big the newer canal is to your right. Check out all that laundry in that house. One of the things we love is, even if you take a Uber or a car ride or tour to a different place, just when you're driving through, you can see a local life happening, right? Like that. There's a barbecue grill back there, satellite dishes, and there's another house here with some planters in the front. We are passing by this wooded area, and you can see a little monument up there. When they tried to do the first construction of the canal from 1880 to 1889, all the people, 20,000 people died, and this is the cemetery for all those Frenchmen and the local who gave their lives trying to build the canal. The sheer number of people who died, I believe in the 8-year period, about 20 to 25,000 of them died, and a majority of them died of malaria and, rainforest diseases that they couldn't comprehend at that time. Buildings that we are passing by now, this is where the US soldiers used to live when they were here managing the Panama Canal. Now all of this have turned into universities and schools. So that building up ahead is the administration of the Panama Canal. So according to our guide, all of this was the American side. You can actually see the structures. This is where all the colonels, generals, soldiers would live. That's the administration building for the Panama Canal. There's a huge column in front of it that says Goethals. Check that out. It's actually really nice looking at it from the bottom up.
The whole landscape is very, very beautiful.
Yeah, this was built as part of when the Americans had the responsibility of managing the canal. And you can see all these structures here where the US generals and army and the administration lived.
This monument is dedicated to the Major General George W. Goethals, who was the chief engineer of the Panama Canal by the fellow Americans.
We wanted to give you a quick perspective of taking a random tour like this. I know you can book tour guides on Viator, $50, $60 per person. Our Uber driver offered $25 per hour for all four of us. And we can just tell him what we want to see. He's giving us options. I think that's a pretty good option, you know, because Alia wants to go to the Bridge of the Americas. There's a lookout point there. I think that's where we're going to go next. So that's a church in front. I've been admiring these buses, these colorful buses. Oh yeah, that's a pretty cool sculpture. Now we checked out the Bridge of the Americas from the France Square, and now we're going to be on the Bridge of the Americas. The bridge is very significant because it connects the two continents together, because otherwise there's a canal in between. So this point connects North America with South America, which I find it fascinating. So there we have it, the Bridge of the Americas. This is an interesting point. Mirador de las Americas. Heading over to check out the view of the bridge. And look, it is empty. We can take all the pictures we want. 150 años de la presencia China el Panama. So I guess this column was given by China. Oh my God, look at the view, Alia. I mean, this is incredible.
Just to look at the bridge is incredible, but to also think that this is the bridge that is connecting the North and South American land masses, which means it's connecting the American continents, is amazing. This bridge was completed in 1962 at a cost of $20 million US. Two other bridges that cross the canal, the Atlantic Bridge at the Gatun Locks and the Centennial Bridge, which we just were on.
So now, just think about it. There's three bridges that connects North America or Americas and South America
Across the Panama Canal.
and we have been on two of them in this just today.
Yeah.
And there's one more by the Gatun Locks that's on the Atlantic side. You can check out, it's really surrounded by a lot of foliage and mountains and trees, not a lot of buildings. There's a dock down below, container ship standing there, a boat going by, but just check out how calm the water is. And here's another boat going through the calm waters.
Now this bridge also serves a purpose in terms of height restrictions when it comes to the vessels that are going to cross the Panama Canal. The ships must cross under this bridge when they are traversing the Panama Canal, and they are subject to this height restriction.
Oh, you know, so it's interesting. They built this mostly to connect the continents, but dual purpose. You're checking the size of the ship or the height of the ship also.
I just learned something very interesting. Now the world's largest cruise ships, Oasis, Allure, Harmony and Symphony of the Seas, they will fit the canal's widened locks, but they are too tall to pass under this Bridge of Americas. And even at a low tide, unless the Bridge of the America is either raised or replaced in the future, those ships cannot cross through the Panama Canal.
So far, our little experiment with converting our Uber driver into a tour guide is working out. We're gonna go to our third or fourth point. Fourth point.
Fourth point.
And we're heading back to the car.
Just something. In my mind, that I'm talking, when I see a picture of what it actually looks like, I'm like, that's not how I pictured it.
So next stop, I found out we're going to Causeway. If we had more time, we were gonna go to the 3 islands, but because of the short of time, we have to go to the airport. We're gonna go to one of the islands, and that's the
This.
viewpoint that we are passing by right now. And we're back on the Bridge of the Americas.
Oh yeah.
So both the Centennial and the Bridge of the Americas, we did it twice. Okay, so there is a container ship that's gonna go underneath the bridge, and the way they designed the bridge, it also serves as a height test for the ships that can pass through the Panama Canal. And that is the opening to the Pacific Ocean. Tour guide told us that any of these mountains and hills around Panama City, you can just go and spot monkeys or even sloths for free. All those sloths, because they're endangered, they're quite difficult to spot. And yesterday we actually did spot a sloth. If you are interested in a eco tour, make sure you check out that video. There's Balboa and Amador. I think we've taken the Amador exit. This will give you an idea of the streets and roads of Panama City. We were debating whether we should also drive here, rent a car drive, but then decided against it, which I'm very happy with, because Uber is very cheap and the hassle of driving through downtown old Panama City could be too much. This whole area is beautiful by that museum.
We
Yeah,
don't
look at this
know.
walkway
See,
with
look
the
at that. If we had walked
benches.
here, oh my god.
Okay, next time, Alia.
Yeah, this
We'll
is
come
so
here.
beautiful with
This is
benches.
beautiful.
Water on both sides.
So by staying within the city, if you don't come out here, you actually miss out on this beautiful walkway. Alright, next time when we're coming out there, we're gonna be like that couple, just going for a stroll, hopefully with umbrellas.
And if you're walking on this sidewalk, you can get a perfect view of the entire skyline.
It's called Causeway Amador, and it's just incredible. So it just started pouring right now. Everything is now wet and hiding. The whole city skyline disappeared. And you know, another thing I've appreciated coming here is just the Panamanian rain. It is the rainy season, and the rain just comes and completely drenches everything, hides everything.
You see these shelters, every few steps you will see them, because not only they serve as viewpoints, but also, I suppose, shelter from the rain.
From here you can get a nice view of the Bridge of the Americas. That is right over there. The Panama rain is very heavy, and we have experienced going through the Panama rain sitting in a boat yesterday, and even though we had ponchos, we were drenched head to toe. There was no way to avoid getting wet. I guess welcome to Panama.
Yeah, we're on the way.
And there you see our hotel, that building. The architecture here is definitely very unique. You know, parts of it reminds you of Miami, parts of it reminds you of Dubai even, and Bangkok. You know, tall high-rise, or Kuala Lumpur, high-rise buildings, big beautiful streets, especially this area where we were staying at. Hope you guys enjoyed coming along and just on a very random tour of Panama City, checking out a couple of bridges, the canal, and now the skyline is where we say goodbye. We're gonna catch you guys in the
Next one.
bye for now. How do you say sorry in Spanish?
Disculpa.
Disculpa.
No problem. No problem.